want you to grab one weight. I'm not going to grab my 55s first. I'm going to grab a lighter weight. And we're going to hold that up at our shoulders. And we're going to start with walking lunges just as far as you can across or front to back of your room. So right now I'm just going the width of my driveway. It doesn't have to be fast. We want good depth on those lunges. We're working on stretching out our quad and our hip flexors. And having this weight up at our shoulders is going to cause us to be more upright, more stability with our core. Just make sure that you get a good rhythm breathing. Inhale, exhale. And I want you to go one more time across, and then we're going to get into a plank. And with your plank, I want you to start on one side of your mat, forearm plank, and we're going to do a kind of like a army crawl lateral across our mat. All right, I'm going to set my timer for 1 minute. And we're going to go just side to side for that 1 minute, as many times back and forth as you can. Keep that good plank. So we're into our plank, low plank, going across our mat. And we don't want to do a whole lot of swaying side to side. You want to try to keep those hips very still. Don't worry about the speed. Don't worry about the number of times you go back and forth. We're just getting that core activated, getting those muscles warmed up, moving. And if you do need to modify, you can bring the knees to the mat, and then we're going side to side like this. So that's our 1 minute. We're going to go back to our lunges. Now, if you want to make this a little more challenging than the last one, grab 2 weights, bring them both up. So these are still pretty light for me, only 15s. If you only have 1 set of weights, and they're pretty heavy, you can still stick with just 1. And as far back and forth as you can, I want you to get 12 repetitions. Again, speed's not the main factor here. We're looking at good quality, good lunges, 90-degree bend with that front knee, 90-degree bend with that back knee. Right now we're just priming those muscles up, getting them ready. So when you do 12, set those weights down. We're going back to our plank position. This time, as we're going in our plank, I want you to do your crawl forward and backward for 1 minute. Okay, I'm starting that timer now, and let's go. Just like our army crawl, try not to sway too much side to side. We don't want those hips hiked up. We also don't want them dropping down to the mat. Try to keep a straight line, shoulders over elbows, hips in line with shoulders. Now, if you do need to modify, you can bring those knees down to the mat, crawl as far forward as you can, and then as far back. 3, 2, 1. And we're gonna go one more time with our lunges. So grab those weights or wait. And 12 more repetitions. Again, side to side or forward and back. And with this moving plank, you can choose whether you want to go lateral side to side or forward and back. I'm going to do the lateral another minute. Okay, let's start right now. All right, that's our 1 minute timer. Now I'm feeling warmed up. We're gonna ramp up our intensity a little bit here. And again, we're gonna go through 3 rounds. If you have some space, or just use as much space as you can, we're gonna be doing shuttle runs. So I set up 2 weights in the background here, about 10 feet apart. Again, just use as much space as you have. So we're gonna start at 1 weight, run to the other weight, touch, back, 1, 2. We're gonna do 2 shuttle runs. Then we're gonna do a round of froggers, and we're down into our squat. We're hopping like a frog. 1 time down, 1 time back. Then we're gonna do 20 mountain climbers. So down on the mat, 1 foot forward, we're switching. We're counting each one. We're doing 20 repetitions, and then we're gonna flip it over, and we're doing Russian twists. And we're gonna do 30 repetitions. So our shuttle runs first, up and back 2 times. You have your weights spread out as much as you can. Okay, 2 shuttle runs, here we go. 1, 2, now to our froggers. And this one, for a lower impact, you can step and squat, step and squat. Good. So next up we have our 20 mountain climbers. We're counting each one. Up to 20, then we're flipping it over to our twists. We're counting each one up to 30. Now if you need to plant those heels down, you can. We just want to continue to get our core warmed up and ready to go. When you finish those 30, 2 more shuttle runs. Two, now to our froggers. Or step to squat. Our 20 mountain climbers. Our 30 twists. Then we're going to do one more round. Plant those heels if you need to. Two shuttle runs. Froggers. Twenty mountain climbers. Twists. And when you finish that, I'm going to start a minute right now. A minute to catch your breath, grab a drink, and hopefully you're really warmed up. We're getting into that strength cardio round segment. And this is going to be 10 minutes. We're going to be doing 2 exercises alternating every minute between repetitions. When you finish those repetitions, then we'll be doing more of a cardio-based move. So our 2 exercises, we're going to be doing an Arnold press. So for our Arnold press, you can do this standing or seated. I'm going to do this standing, but if you have your weights like you bicep curl up, weights out in front, we're going to rotate elbows out and then go up to our shoulder press, back down, rotate in. Just like that. We're doing 12 repetitions. So that was for our minute break. Anyway, we'll go a little bit longer than a minute here because I want to tell you the other exercise. So our other exercise, and if you have more than one set of weights, try to pick your heaviest set of weights for this exercise. We're going to be doing bent dumbbell rows. So I have my heaviest set, and for this one we're going to have our weights out in front. We're going to hinge into a bent position, elbows out wide and up like that. So we're going to do that one for 12 repetitions. Remember, we're alternating every minute. Now with our Arnold press, when you finish that exercise, for the remainder of the minute we're doing jumping jacks. Then for our bent rows, if you have a weight still off to the side, or whenever you're finished with your weight, we're doing a circle run around that weight to finish out the minute. So we're doing basically 5 sets of each exercise, 10 minutes. So our Arnold press, 12 repetitions, the rest of the minute, jumping jacks. In 3, 2, 1, go. 12 reps, 12 reps. Full extension. Try to lock those arms out. When you finish, get into those jumping jacks. And we have about 15 seconds left. Our next minute, we're going to our bent rows. 12 rows, then our circle run. 3, 2, 1, to those bent rows. Let's go. Keep that good position. That's why we spend so much time warming up our core. Squeeze those abs flat back. Twelve reps. Right into that circle run. And quick feet on that circle run. You want to go fast. You have about 20 seconds left of this run. As fast as you can. Stay on the ball of your foot. Three, 2, 1. We're back to our Arnold press. Grab those weights. 12 reps. Let's go. Keep a nice rhythm breathing. Then right into those jumping jacks. And again, we have about 15 seconds left. Then we're going to our bent rows. 3, 2, 1. To our bent rows, 12 more reps. Let's go. Do you remember which direction you ran for these circle runs? Whichever way you ran last time, I want you to go the opposite way this time. Last time I went to the right, this time I'm going to the left. Try to go fast. We can get some hip swivel. Try to move into that direction that you're turning to. That's our minute. Back to our Arnold press. Let's go. Now, if you only have one set of dumbbells and they're getting heavy and you're starting to struggle, you can reduce the repetitions, go to 10. Now, on the flip side, if you only have one set of weights and they're really light, do extra. Go to 14 or go to 15. When you're finished, go into those jumping jacks. That's our 1 minute timer to those bent rows. Let's hit it. I didn't even make it to jumping jacks that time. That's all right. to our circle run. Now remember, switch it up. Switch that direction. Try to go fast. Three, two, one, to our Arnold press. Let's go. Adjust those repetitions if you need to. I made those jumping jacks this time. Five seconds and we're going to our bent rows. 3, 2, 1. Bent rows. Let's go. To those circle runs. Now we have one more round of each of these exercises. These are the make it or break it rounds. All right, push yourself to the max. Keep going, keep going. Our timer, Arnold press, let's go. Lock it out. Wasn't sure if I was going to get that last one. Got it. Made those jumping jacks. Our last round. 3, 2, 1. Bent rows, let's get it. To our circle run, we got 30 seconds. Finish strong. Three, 2, 1. Time. Nice job, crew. So my plan was to have a 1 minute timed break. But let's do a 2-minute time break, so that way it does give me enough time to go over the next round of, we have 3 exercises. So our 3 exercises, we're gonna be doing squats, and then alternating single arm, clean and press. We did this one last week too. And then we're doing up and over burpees, where we're jumping up and over our weight or weights down into our burpee. And we're gonna be doing repetitions for each one. So our squats, we're gonna be doing 15 squats. So with those squats, having those weights at your sides, feet about shoulder width apart, we're going down, trying to get our thighs parallel to the floor. Coming, standing up nice and tall. Counting each one of those, up to 15. Then we're doing 10 of our alternating clean to press. So that's 1. Then we'll switch. Here is 2. So you're doing 5 on each arm. And then 5 repetitions of our up and over burpee, where we're starting here and we're jumping up and over down into our burpee. And if you want to jump and twist in the air, that'll put you right into your position for that burpee. Or for a lower impact, you can step over, down, even step out, step back, like that. So round 1, I want you to try to do those repetitions and exercises as fast as you can. When you finish those repetitions, we're going into our boxer shuffle, where we're just kind of staying loose before our next round. Squats, clean and press, burpees. Squats first, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 15 repetitions. Go as fast as you can with good form. Keep a good brace on the core. All right, I'm at 15. So now our single arm, clean and press. We've got 10, 5 on each side. Five up and over burpees. Then to your boxer shuffle. We've got 30 seconds right now before round 2. Ten more seconds. Then we're going to round 2 with our squats. First, 3, 2, 1. 15 squats, hit it. 15, then 10, single arm clean and press. Once you knock out 10, we've got those 5 burpees up and over. When you finish those, to our boxer shuffle, 30 seconds before we get to round 3. Try to stay up nice and tall. Get that rhythm with your breathing. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Oh, that's our timer. Round 3, 15 squats, hit it. Thirteen, 14, 15. Nice. Now, if you're starting to feel that shoulder, you can switch it up here. Do a high pull, where you're bringing that elbow up, alternating like that. I know we did a lot of presses so far, so switch it up if you need to. When you hit 10, we have our 5 up and over burpees. Into that boxer shuffle. We've got round 3 coming up. Two, 1. Let's go. Fifteen squats. Then to that clean and press or upright row. Keep working, try to get to that burpee. Boxer shuffle. Now who's up for one more bonus round? Jen, you're up for it? Oh, all right, I was gonna say 3 rounds, but let's do one more round. Bonus round, let's do it. Okay, let me restart this timer to our squats, 15 squats. Let's go. Fifteen. Clean and press. Finish strong with those burpees. Woo! Boxer shuffle. Two, one, and that's our timer. Woo! Nice. So if you do need to grab a quick drink, let's do that now. We'll get a little cool down and stretch. So let's get those arm circles going forward. Big arm circles. Try to stand nice and tall. Keep that rhythm with your breathing. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Let's take those arm circles backwards. Big circles, big circles. Now let's take them across our chest, out wide. Well, alternating, right over left, left over right. And let's position those feet just a little bit wider than shoulder width. We're gonna have those arms out, shoulder height, and we're going to our old school windmills, where we're crossing our hand over, trying to touch that opposite toe. Keep that rhythm breathing. Inhale, exhale. Let's do 2 more. Good. And now Now let's bring our knee up to our chest. Hug and squeeze. Arms out wide. Wrap. Squeeze it tight. Inhale. Exhale. Keeping that rhythm with your breathing is super important, especially for controlling your heart rate. Delivering oxygen to those muscles. Let's do 2 more. Now as we bring that knee up, start to rotate out. As you bring your knee up, you want to try to get 90 degrees, a 90-degree bend at that knee. Try to stay rigid at the core, so that way we're isolating that rotation at the hip. Now these are all dynamic stretches. You're working through that range of motion active. That's part of our cool down. And let's do 2 more. And then we're going to take it to high kicks, straight leg kicks. Now if you want to give yourself a target, you can bring that opposite hand up. Try to kick up to your hand, almost like a soccer kick, right? Like you're going to kick a goal. Get that follow through. Now our muscles are nice and warm, which is good. Makes you a little bit more flexible. Let's do 2 more. And then let's position our feet at the end of our mat. We're going to reach those arms out wide and up. And then we'll bring those hands out wide and down. And as we're bringing those hands down, we're going to start to fold. Push those hips back. Reach down. Try to touch those toes. And then walk those hands out on your mat like you're in your push-up position. Deep inhale. Exhale, force all the air out, tighten up those abs. Now, let's lower those knees and hips down to the mat. We're going to keep those arms extended, chin up into our cobra stretch. Let's look to the left, then to the right. Back to center. Let's lift those hips and hike them up to our downward dog. And let's lift our left leg up. Single leg down dog. Drive it through and forward into a low lunge. And we want to take that same side elbow, drive it down towards the mat. And then turn and reach up, fingertips to the ceiling. Good. And let's lower that hand down to our mat. Let's drop that back knee down. So we're in a kneeling lunge. Push those hips back. Straighten out that front leg. And we're going to lean forward, reach for our foot for another hamstring stretch. Good. Let's bring those hands back to our mat. Bend that knee, kneeling lunge. We're going to lift that back knee up. Then kick that front foot back. So we're in our push-up position. Another deep inhale. And then exhale, force all that air out. Tighten up those abs. Hike those hips. Downward dog. Let's raise up that right leg and drive it through and forward to that low lunge. That same side elbow, drive it down to the mat. And then turn and reach up. And let's bring that hand back down. Let's drop that back knee to the mat. Bring those hips back. Start to straighten out that front leg. And we want to reach to that foot for our hamstring stretch. Good. Let's bring those hands back to the mat. Drive that knee forward. Lift that back knee up. Let's bring that front foot back around. Hike those hips. Downward dog. Walk those hands back. Hamstring stretch. Let's roll up out of that stretch. Interlock those fingers. Push those arms away. Spread those shoulder blades out wide. And then bring those hands behind our back and reach down. All right, boot camp crew, awesome job today. Hope you enjoyed the workout. You did awesome. Make sure to hydrate up. And hope you all have a great rest of your day. I will see you Thursday. Hopefully Kelly will